Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and we're at Circuit World here in Blue Ridge because it's a little cold. Now, some of you just wanted to stay in bed this morning because it was warm. Mm-hmm. Some of you did not want to get up this morning because it's warm and you didn't want to go out. Mm-hmm. Let me now introduce you to one of those. There she is. Ta-da! You didn't want to come out this morning, did you?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the time change or if it's sinusy stuff, but I was just like, oh, I love doing the show, but my bed was pretty darn comfortable this morning and warm.
I get it. I understand.
My cat even climbed on top of me and tried to hold me down. Like, no, you can't leave here. I know you love cats.
I was just wondering how you were going to try to put a cat try to hold you down. Jessie Barton, Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall and Ella J, North Georgia Senior Living here. Jessie, I want to say this. We have, since we got together, we try to always bring any information or get the discussion going concerning scams and what people try to take advantage of senior citizens. And
yes.
You sent us one here. You sent us one that you've been working on, winter prep for seniors. What do you mean by that? Winter prep? This is down a line of you want to elaborate on what winter prep for seniors.
Well, I'm working on uncovering this one scam that is related to genetic testing, but there's a whole lot more involved than I realized than to just bring it to you. So I've got some interviews lined up next week, some phone interviews with some people who have made arrests in these types of scams. So I'm hoping to bring that to you next week. As far as winter prep, it's kind of two-edged. There are some scams of people coming to your house and saying, I'll do this work. I need X amount of dollars to do this work on your house to get it ready for the winter. Your roof might be leaking or your chimney, and you give them the money to go buy the supplies and they never come back. So okay, all right. Well, I want to tell you from me, and I know from the audience out there, we appreciate that you do look into these things because I call you the senior concierge to North Georgia, and although you're the community relations director at Cameron Hall, right, and
that is your job.
Yep.
But this is what you do. I mean, we have jobs, but then this is what you do. So you try to, in the whole window of seniors in North Georgia, help them any way you can. And scams is a big part of what you try to keep an eye on.
Sure, because they're so vulnerable. They're so vulnerable. They are taken advantage of easily. People prey on seniors so that they feel like it's an easy target, and a lot of times it can be. And so as we're getting ready for the winter season, obviously we have different home preparations to make for safety, not only for us, but also for our seniors. So it may be something as simple as, hey, I'll fix your gutters, or I'll sweep your yard, but I need to go get these supplies in order to do it. And so the senior gives them the cash or writes them the check, and they're gone and never seen. Or they might say, hey, I noticed your windows need replaced. Go ahead and pay me up front. And
well, I do know this because drafts, air seal tape around windows, a lot of people do winterize their house.
They do.
And actually, that is something, and what we don't want to make it sound like it's not something you may normally do.
Right.
It is something you may normally do. Winterize your house.
Yeah.
Drain water lines to keep from freezing.
Yes.
Hose bids outside. Whatever. But take a minute and make sure the individual that knocks on your door, licensed, certified, insurance, references, and is not. I say do not let, and this is just a very firm, do not let anybody that pushes you to do something now, don't do business with them. That's my opinion, okay?
Sure.
Now, there are things but what I'm saying is if somebody comes to your front door and says, but I am only offering this $100 discount if you do it now, say, you know what? I want the discount, but I'm not going to bypass my rules
Sure.
of checks and balances.
Sure.
And I'm going to take a minute and see the 3 references, what they think. Did you,
Right.
whatever. And if it is a scam, they're gone.
Right.
They don't come back.
They don't come back at all. They won't provide you with those references. So, yes, it is a great thing to do, especially for our seniors. A lot of times we rely on wood heat in this North Georgia area. So have that chimney checked. I know our wonderful Montgomery County Fire Department
chimney fires, right.
have already addressed a couple of fires that were started because the chimney wasn't clean. So they encourage everybody, go ahead and check your fires. Hire a known, licensed, reputable chimney sweep to come and check that. If you think that there's some fire hazards in your house or you want your family's house checked, we have partnered up with the fire department to go do those home checks. We can come do safety checks, see where fall risk might be with extension cords going to heaters, kerosene heaters.
Well,
those
you're
different
thinking
things.
of so many things that I'm not used to, but yes, different things. You start bringing out that one heater that has a cord, and the kerosene heaters, and the chimney. So there's a lot of things for seniors that need checked, but
Sure.
take a minute, and anybody that won't talk to you, that's my opinion. If anybody won't talk to you, won't take a minute and say, if they knock on your door and say, I'm only in this neighborhood for a limited time, I'm offering one, I was down the street, so I thought I could do yours and this one, all those things, if they will not take the time to let you get references, make some phone calls, and show credentials,
Sure.
then just move away.
Yeah, those are the trigger terms. I'm in your neighborhood right now. I can do it today, but not after today. So those trigger terms, especially if you've not reached out to somebody. If you've reached out and want somebody to come do it today, that's different. But if they're just saying, I'm in the neighborhood, I can do it today, but today only, and only if you'll pay me up front, be careful with those trigger terms. If you do have some safety issues or you want us to look for any fall hazards, leaves are falling. If they get wet, they can get icy. Those can be fall hazards. I would be happy to come out and help do a walkthrough and help you address any concerns.
I think one-on-one, we don't have any on the show here right now, but one-on-one, Jessie would be glad to help make some recommendations, help you with what you need to do next if you're a senior out there looking for a way to winterize your home. Or also, Cameron Hall, any questions concerning Cameron Hall, let them know how to get in touch with you. So anything with Cameron Hall or anything we talked about this morning, they can contact you.
706-515-4100 or on the web at CameronHallofLJ.com.
Folks, don't hesitate to call your North Georgia senior concierge, Jessie Barton, Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall in LJ. Folks, that's it. Now, we did get news during the show that we will have a Pet of the Week next week. They did get somebody. Rena, we wish you well. And we will have a Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge next week. I will be back in the office Monday morning at 8 a.m. A lot of high school football, Team FYN Sports. On Twitter, follow us. A lot of high school football tonight in this nice, cool Friday night lights weather. I'm out. Lonnie, thank you. We're gone.